Anthony Nwuba was a man who lived behind a very tall wall, and for a long time, no one knew that he was a serial killer who hid bodies in a hole. When the police finally arrived at his house in the Umuebulu community of Rivers State, they did not find shoes or leather, even though Anthony told everyone he was a simple shoemaker. Instead, they found a soakaway pit filled with human remains. As the officers pulled the heavy concrete covers off the pit, they saw the body of a man named Ajumioke Okechukwu. He had been dead for only a few weeks, so the flies were still around him and his face could still be recognized. But beneath him were 3 other human skulls belonging to people who had been missing for a very long time. Anthony stood there with a calm face while his neighbors screamed because they could not believe a killer lived among them. This story is terrifying because it shows how a man can act like a normal neighbor during the day while committing terrible crimes at night. Anthony did not use a loud gun to kill his victims at first. He used his strong hands to twist their necks until they stopped breathing. He thought the high fence around his compound would protect him from the law forever. But he was wrong. The high fence was the most important part of Anthony's plan to kill people without getting caught by the neighbors or the police. In Nigeria, many people build walls for safety, but Anthony's wall was so tall that you could not see anything happening inside his yard from the street. This allowed him to lure people into his home and kill them without anyone hearing a sound or seeing a struggle. Anthony was a very quiet man who did not like to talk to his neighbors or join in community meetings. He did not go to the Saturday morning cleanup events where neighbors talk and work together. He stayed inside his big house and waited for his business partners to visit him. He knew that if he stayed away from people, they would not ask questions about the strange things happening in his yard. He spent his time planning how to trick people into coming to his house so he could take their money and their lives. The neighbors thought he was just a serious businessman who sold shoes at the Garrison market, but the high fence was actually hiding a graveyard that Anthony had built right in the middle of the town. On June 9, 2020, a trader named Ajumioke Okechukwu, who people called Mr. Ajum, left his home in Aba to go and see Anthony. Ajum was a good man who worked hard to provide for his wife and children by selling shoes. Anthony owed him 500,000 naira for shoes that Ajum had already delivered to him. Anthony called Ajum and told him to come to his house in Rivers State to collect the cash. Ajum was a very smart man, and before he left, he did something that would eventually lead the police to Anthony. He took his small piece of paper and wrote down Anthony's name, his phone number, and his house address. He gave this paper to his wife and told her exactly where he was going. He said that if he did not come back, she should look for him at that address. This was a very important move because many people go to meet business partners and never tell anyone where they are going. Because Ajum left that note, he made sure that Anthony would not be able to hide his crimes forever. When Ajum walked into Anthony's compound that afternoon, he thought he was going to get paid, but Anthony was already waiting to kill him. Anthony was very good at pretending to be a nice person when his victims first arrived at his house. He would open the gate, smile at them, and lead them into his comfortable living room. He would offer them a chair and maybe something to drink so they would feel relaxed. This was a trap. Anthony wanted his victims to feel safe so they would not be looking around for danger. While Ajum was sitting down and thinking about the money he was owed, Anthony moved behind him. Without saying a word, Anthony grabbed Ajum's neck and twisted it with great force. This broke the bones in the neck and killed Ajum instantly. He did this because it was quiet and did not leave a lot of blood to clean up. After he was sure Ajum was dead, he dragged the body outside to the soakaway pit. He pushed the body into the dirty water with the other victims and covered the pit with heavy concrete slabs. Then he took Ajum's phone and the money Ajum had in his pockets. He acted as if nothing had happened and went back to his normal life, not knowing that the police would soon be knocking on his gate. When Ajuma did not return home to Aba, his wife became very scared and went to the police with the piece of paper her husband had left for her. The police in Rivers State started looking for Anthony right away. When they first spoke to him, Anthony lied and said he had never seen Ajuma. He told the police that he was also waiting for Ajuma to come and see him. But the police used technology to track the phones and saw that Ajuma's phone was last used at Anthony's house. On June 29, 2020, the police went to the house with the high fence and arrested Anthony. As they searched the yard, they found the children living there. Anthony's wife had run away and left the children behind because she was probably scared of what her husband was doing. The children were very young, but they had seen things that no child should ever see. They told the police that their father used to kill people in the house. The children even showed the police how Anthony would hold a person's neck and twist it. They said their father told them he would kill them if they ever told the secret to anyone. If you want to learn how to stay safe and protect your family from people who pretend to be your friends, you need to subscribe to Tremendous Crime in History right now. We spend many hours researching real stories like the case of Anthony Nwuba so we can show you the warning signs of danger. By subscribing, you join a community of people who care about justice and safety. We tell the truth about what happens in the world of crime so you can stay informed. Click the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a lesson from history. The children led the police to the Sokewe pit near the high fence and told them that people were sleeping inside the hole. The police hired workers to break the concrete and dig out the dirt. This was when they found the 4 bodies. 3 of the victims were from the country of Togo. These men had come to Nigeria to do business, but Anthony killed them and threw them in the pit. Anthony was a very greedy man. Even after he killed these men, he would call their families using the victims' phones. He would pretend that the men were still alive and tell the families to pay a ransom to set them free. The families would send money to Anthony thinking they were saving their brothers or fathers, but the men were already dead in the pit. Anthony made about 800,000 naira from these lies. He was a man who had no pity for anyone. He only cared about getting rich, and he used the trade of shoes to find his victims. He thought that because the Togolese men were from another country, no one would look for them, but he did not expect the police to be so thorough. What is the most important thing you should do before going to meet someone you don't know very well? Your answer could help someone else stay safe today. The police also found 2 pump-action guns and many bullets inside Anthony's house. This showed that he was a very dangerous criminal who was ready to fight if the police ever came for him. The Commissioner of Police, Joseph Mukan, said that Anthony was a monster and that the state would make sure he was punished. During the interrogation, Anthony confessed to everything. He explained how he would target other shoe traders because he knew they had money. He said he started killing in February 2020. This means he killed 4 people in only 4 months. He was a very fast and efficient killer.
Where do you stay in Port Harcourt?
I stay in Garrison.
Garrison?
Yes.
Where in Garrison?
For 5 Transamade Garrison.
What is the occupation? Which work do you do?
They say shoes.
Shoes?
Yes.
For where?
Local and English.
Yeah, you get shade?
Yes.
Where your shade there?
For Ezimone house.
Okay. What about your family? Do you have family?
Yes, sir. Yes, my family.
Oh, this is your family?
Yes, sir.
And how you stay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what time will you come here? Where bring police come here today?
I kidnap people to kill them.
Again, say what you know the police come here today?
Yes, the police come here because of they kidnap people to kill them.
How they do them?
They strong them for hands.
How? Tell us.
They hold them for neck.
They hold them for neck? Yeah. How do they come here?
I invite them, kidnap them.
Okay, they invite them. How do you take invite them?
You don't know. I will tell them to come. From there, kidnap them to enter.
Tell them to come do it. How do you tell them? Just tell them there will be income?
Some my business.
Okay, some business partners.
Yes.
If they tell them to come buy something from you or you want to sell something, give them.
And they tell them, say, come out. I won't buy something from them, or they come and buy to me.
And they bring the thing, come here.
Yes.
Like waiting.
Shoes.
Shoes, okay. So, which time we start this business?
This year.
This killing, which time?
This year.
Which time this year?
February.
How many people we don't, since that February, how many people we don't kidnap and kill?
4.
4 people now you don't kidnap and kill. So if you kill them, how they do them?
I don't put them for this soccer.
This soccer we were outside here.
Yes, sir.
What about your wife? Your wife, they don't see you.
My wife know they see me. My wife they go market.
People know they see you.
People know they see me because only me they leave the compound.
Okay, they live in the compound. Who get this compound?
I mean, sir.
So now you beat them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So show us where the department is.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do they put them for this septic tank? How do they put them?
They will die.
Okay, they go die first before you come put them. How do they kill them?
So they hold them for neck.
They hold them for neck until you go strangle them, then die. How many of them don't do this business? Wait, how many of them do this your gang? Only you go keep person. Go keep person, put them for soccer way too. No, it's not possible. Tell us.
The community
Only you, they keep the person.
was shocked because they had lived next to a graveyard for months without knowing it. They realized that the high fence they thought was for privacy was actually a place of death. The people in the community started to talk to each other more and promised to report any neighbor who acted strangely or built walls that were too high to see over. The story of Nwuba is a lesson for everyone. It shows that evil can live in a normal house and have a normal job. Anthony was a shoemaker, but he chose to be a murderer. He is now facing the law, and he will likely spend the rest of his life in prison or face an even worse sentence for the lives he took. The 4 men who died in that pit cannot come back, but because of the note that Ajuma left for his wife, their families finally know the truth. This case reminds us to always be careful who we trust. Do not let a nice smile or a business deal make you forget to be safe. Always tell someone where you are going and who you are meeting. Anthony thought he was invisible behind his high fence, but the truth always finds a way to come out. Thank you for watching this report on tremendous crime in history. Please like and share this video so more people can learn how to stay safe. Subscribe to our channel for more true stories of crime and justice.